Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Minecraft Plugin Coding 101 with GyllieGyllie. In this first video, I'm first going to start off with a short brief on what I'm planning with the series at the moment. And then in the second part of the video, I'm going to teach you how to install all the programs you need. I'm not going to code yet in this video because of course you start with installing everything. So I'm just going to make a short video on how you can install everything. But first, to start off, what I'm exactly planning with this series is I'm mostly doing it because a lot of people asked me to teach them how to code plugins, or people actually requesting me to make tutorials on it. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial series now, because I was like, I need something new to make a series about that people really would like and love to see. And so many people asked for this, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a try. I need to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm a good tutorial guy, so if you like the tutorials, please say it in the reactions, so at least I know I'm doing good, because I'm failing badly. Tell me, then I'll try to do it another way. So I'm just trying to teach you guys to the basics of making the plugins, because if you really want to get advanced doing it, it's probably going to take more than just first tutorials. So that's it. Then how the series will roll is in the beginning I'm just going to for every video focus on one part of coding. So in the beginning, the plugins we are making in tutorials won't be really working plugins. They will work, of course, but they're not going to be very functional. They're just for example, I know the second video, so the first real coding video, is just going to be the basic coding on how you can make a plugin, make sure the plugin starts when you start the server, and just add a few commands giving you messages and stuff. So just so you see the basics of what is going on with Minecraft plugin coding, because you might know some Java coding, but it's still different with Minecraft coding, because you need to call different functions and stuff. But that's for the second video. So for the first video, you will need these three things. So all the links to the downloads are in the description. So for the first one, it's just to make sure you have the correct Java version. It's not the Java version to run games in Minecraft. It's a different version. It's called Java Developer Kit. So that's why it says JDK. So that's the first thing you need. So the link is in the description. It's this website. Just select this Java version. Make sure you accept the license, of course, because otherwise download won't work. Click it, and then you just click the version you need. I'm on the Windows 64 bits version, so I took this one. If you are on 32 bits or on a different operating system, just select the correct version you need, and then it will give you this jar file. So afterwards, once it's downloaded, just click it. It will install everything. Just follow the guide, really click, just next. Wait till it's fully installed. Hopefully it won't take too long. Normally it shouldn't, it's not that big. Copying new files. Let's just wait. So also if you have no experience at all with Java coding, in the description there will be a link to a YouTube video from a guy who makes awesome tutorials on coding and stuff, and he basically explains Java in almost 30 minutes. It's I was blown away by his tutorial, because he literally almost explained all the basics in just 30 minutes, and it was even so clear. So if you don't know any Java, go check out the video. I'm not promoting his channel, but at the same time I do, because his tutorials are pretty good, so just go check him out. So destination folder, okay, can be that folder. Just wait till Java is installed, and then we can continue to the next part. So I'll just explain it in the meantime. So let's move this a little bit to there. So the second thing you need is Eclipse. Eclipse is a program you can use to code many different languages. But watch this, it's installed. Okay, just close it and it's done. Let's move this over there so we know it's on. So Second thing we need is Eclipse. So as I said, Eclipse is a program you can use to like code different languages, but we need the Java version. So again, link is in the description. Just go to eclipse.org, click the download button up here. Make sure you get the Java, stupid advertisements. So yeah, just make sure you get the Java version of it, and then also make sure you select 32-bit or 64-bit. If you don't have Windows and it says Windows, just select Linux or Mac on top of this thing and just download it again, and it will, let's just do it 64 bits. So yeah, just click the bits and then it will say download. Then if you download it, it will give you this zip folder. So let's just extract it here. Hopefully that won't take that long either. It's going pretty fast, luckily. Let's just wait till it's done. Come on, you're going pretty fast. Keep going. Almost there. Almost at the end of the bar. Keep going, keep going. Okay, there we are. So in the zip file there's a folder called Eclipse. This is all the files you need for Eclipse. So I'm just going to copy it to a different location because I think now it's on my C drive. Can I see it? Yeah, it's on my C drive, but I'm like going to put it on my D drive. So let's just, let's go back. Yeah, copy the Eclipse file, put it on my D drive. Just, yeah, because my C drive is an SSD and don't want to put too many stuff on it. So once you have the, oops, what did I do? Move back, go back. GyllieGyllie failing. Okay, where's Eclipse? There's Eclipse. So afterwards you can just open the folder, and if you want to start Eclipse, you just need to run this exe file. So let's run the exe file. It will open it, like, because it's the first time, it will like ask where it will like store all the things you are making. So it's not the place where it will like save your work. So, well, it will save what you coded, but afterwards when you like want to send the plugin to someone, you will need to save it on a different location, which you can select afterwards. I'll explain that properly in the second video as well. So afterwards you get this this window. You just select where you want to make the stuff. I'm just going to put it on the D drive in the Eclipse folders in the nope, it's not there. Select Eclipse, new folder. I'm going to call it projects. There we go. You can select that it doesn't ask you it every single time, but I just keep asking. I just prefer to not select it, because then every time you like start Eclipse, it asks you why you want to work. Because now I have this, but for example, if I do projects 2, I could make like a second folder with other projects. So that way, if you like are making a lot of projects but for like different reasons, you can just like organize them with just putting them in different folders, and then if you open Eclipse, it will only show the folders, the projects you saved in that folder. So that's why it's really useful to just keep the screen getting. It's not that much of a work. Every time it starts, just press OK or enter. Should also work the second time once you selected a good area. So then you just need to wait till like Eclipse is completely started. Oh wow, that's not a good screen. Well, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, and we're back. I don't know what went wrong. I just closed the program again and started again, and it started working. If you have like any problems, feel free to ask me questions in the reactions. So yeah, I don't know what went wrong, just restart it and it opened. So once it's loaded, you will get a screen like this. Let me quickly explain what it does. Here in the left side of the screen, you have the project explorer. So once you start making projects, you will be seeing them here. So that's actually the explorer for like going through all the files you need for the plugins. This is also the area where I said if you use different workspaces, like I explained like a few minutes ago, you can like see different folders here. So that's why, because like I know for me it's getting a long list on my other PC, so that's why I'm starting to use different workspaces for different reasons. Then on the bottom, here you will like see all the warnings and the errors that will be in your code, which is very useful to see if you still have some errors and stuff, because like, yeah, Eclipse helps you like finding errors, and that's like very useful. I don't really know what this screen is, I don't use it, so let's see. I don't think we really need this for our goal, so let's just move it to the back. Then this screen, like just a blank screen, there you will be like coding the stuff. So if you want some bigger area for the coding, you just can move those around, something like this. Okay, so that's Eclipse. Let's just minimize it for now. Then the last thing you need is of course Spigot server or Bucket server, whatever you want. I prefer Spigot because like, yeah, Bucket had some problems with in the past with like staff leaving and stuff, so I don't know if it's still really good supported. So that's why I switched to Spigot, and like Spigot should be better for performance as well. So if you want to get the spigot.server jar, just go to getspigot.org, link in the description if you don't want to type it yourself. And here you can like select Spigot. If you want to use Bucket, you can just use Craft Bucket. It's the same. They will work the same. As you will see later in the coding, actually Spigot is just a version of Bucket because it still uses like Bucket folders. So yeah, just click it. It will download instantly. You're not going to save it as I already saved it. So it will give like this server jar file. So what you need to do with this is you need to put it in a folder. So let's make a new folder and call it tutorial server. What you need to do then is move the jar folder in there. Then this folder will like be the folder where all the server files will be stored. So why am I not doing this on the desktop? Because it's going to make quite a lot of files. So that's why you better put it in different folder. You don't need to put it on the desktop. You can again put it everywhere on your PC. I'm just going to put it on desktop so we can easily find it. Then to run the server, if you just double click the jar file, I think the server will start running, but you won't see it. So it's pretty hard to find if there are errors, to stop the server and stuff. So what you need to do to like be able to see all the things is you just make a new text document. Just like leave the name like that, and let's make the statement in here first. You need like to start the server. So I'm going to put it in the description as well. So what you need to do is you need to say it needs to run a Java file. Then the next thing, this one tells like the file how many RAM memory it needs to use. So in this I will like use 1 GB of RAM for the server. You can change it to 512 or 248 or whatever amount of RAM you think you will need for a server. Normally 1 gig for testing servers is more than enough, unless you're like making a plugin that like does a lot of world edit kind of stuff, then you might need some more. But yeah, you'll just find out afterwards when you really need, because it will just give errors saying not enough memory and stuff. So then afterwards again say it's a jar file, the name of the jar file. So if you like for some reason want to like rename this file, it needs to be the same here. It's case sensitive, so be careful. And then to end off you have to say false. So that will like run the server in a command prompt. You will see it afterwards. We still need to do a few things, but yeah, this line will make you able to see how the server is running. But what will happen is once the server stops, it will also close the window. So what I'm doing is I add just the word pause at the end, which will make the the command prompt stay after you stop the server, so you can like scroll back to see what errors it gave. So that's what you need. Just save it, Then we need to like rename the text document and just like remove everything, also the extension, and for example just call it run.bat. You can name it whatever. You can also call it start.bat or server startup.bat. It just needs to end with .bat like that. Okay, yeah, we're going to change the extension. Then just double click it and you will see it will start the server. Just give it a few seconds and it will give like instantly stop the server, because yeah, you need to agree the rules for Minecraft. So just press enter, it will close, open this file, change this to true, save again, and press the bat file again. This time it will start the full server. Just give it like permissions to use to like go past your firewall, because if you some way want some other players to join, you will need to be sure they can get through your firewall. So once it says done, server started, you will see it has created a lot of files. So let's quickly go over the files if you don't know how a server works. So logs folder, it will just store all the things it's like saying in this command prompt as well. So yeah, it will just like, as you can see, remember everything it's set in there. So if you like for some reason can't scroll up high enough, as you can see, I can still like see it, but sometimes you can't scroll up completely. You can just go to the log files to find what went wrong. Then the plugins folder, that will be like the folder where you will like placing all the jar files and the config files for your plugins. So that's yeah, just a basic folder where you need to put all the plugins. Then of course the three worlds, just the normal world, the nether, and the end. Then banned IPs and banned players, that will just store all the players or IPs you will ban. Bucket.yml, let's open it with Notepad++. Also guys, Notepad++ is a pretty useful file if you want to like edit config files and stuff and YML files later on, as you can see. I will put the description in the download link in the description as well. It's just it's not that hard, just download it, it installs itself if you start the file, so it's not that hard. So yeah, bucket.yml, just some more settings. You can like manipulate like the amount of animals that needs to spawn and stuff. So yeah, that's just like basic bucket stuff you can config. I'm not going to go into too deep. Then commands.yml just stores all the commands. EOLA, we just checked what that was. Help also just remembers the help messages and gives you some help as well. Then ops, of course, saves who is opt. Permissions will save all the permissions. Then server properties, that's can be useful to like edit sometimes. For example, if for some reason it says there's already a server running on that port, you can change it here. You can change your IPs, you can change the difficulties and stuff. So yeah, that's just some basic stuff. If you need some more information on that, just place it in the reactions and I'll help you a little bit with setting up the config files. Spigot.yml, again same as bucket.yml, just some server settings. And then user cache and whitelists is like also saving some player stuff. So once the server is started, you can just go to Minecraft. If you're like running the server on your own PC, you can just do direct connect localhost and you will see in the console GyllieGyllie is going to join. There we go, fresh new world. As you can see, it's running. Still no plugins though, because like, we didn't install any plugins, but yeah, so the server is running. Now that's all the files we need, so we can just like, as I can show you. So if you do slash, oh, I don't have the permission, let's up myself as well before I forget next time. So yeah, as you can see, if I now do stop the server, it will say server closed, and then here you will say like, you can see it's like pausing the thing because you said pause. Otherwise it would just have closed after this line, and then you, if there was like a big error in here, you couldn't see it. So that's why it's useful to add the pause thing in your bat file. Just press a key and it will close the screen, or you can just use the X button. Now, the last thing I want to like quickly give a little information about is, as I said to earlier in this video, if you don't know anything about Java, make sure you go check out the video in the description. It's a really good explanation on Java. It only is like 30 minutes long, which is pretty short, to explain the basics of a whole coding language. So yeah, make sure you check it out. Even if you already know a bit of Java, it's always useful to like get back to some things and stuff. But the main thing I want to talk about now is some naming conventions. So I'm going to explain it a little bit more in the future, in the next video I mean. But like, if you want to make a new project, you just go to File, New, and then Java project. Where is it? Where is it? I lost it. Different layout. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Then just select Java. So it's just project, Java project. Next, project name. I'm just going to call it YouTube tutorial. That can be any name you want. Okay, yes. So then you will see here Package Explorer. You can see what's in it. So it will have like the basic stuff in there. So about naming conventions, the first thing you will always make is a package. So in the source code, you just do new package. Packages are actually some kind of mapping structure. So how most coders for Minecraft work is they just do, for example, .net dot, then their name, GyllieGyllie dot, and then the plugin name. So for example, tutorial. Come on, I'm feeling it typing so much. So the naming conventions for packages is you have to like use it's some sort of this. You can also do just net.tutorial. It doesn't really matter that much, but the most important thing is you need to use dots to make like subfolders, and it always have to be like lowercase. That's like the naming convention for packages. It just needs to be lowercase. So once you make a package, you'll see it's an empty package. The next thing you will make in packages are classes. So you just right click the package, new, and make a new class. The naming convention for packages, classes, are the first letter of every internal word is be capitalized. So for example, you want to call it main class, you just do main class like this. If you just want to call it main, you just do it like this. So every like little word in the name has to be capitalized. For example, if you want to do say something player armor that, you will have to do it like that. So that's how the packages names work. So just for starting off and making sure we already have like some stuff set up for the next video, we're just going to call our first class main class, where will be like the enable stuff, which I will explain in the next video. So you just press finish and it will make the main class. I'm not going to tell you exactly yet how you can like make the class work for Spigot, but I'm just going to explain the last two things where there are naming conventions. Next naming conventions are methods. What are methods? Methods are things you can run. So for example, you want to get some data, you call it for that's a method. So for how can I explain this? So for example, I'll give you a quick example of a method. So on join could be a method. So that's, for example, a method you can call when a player joins. So the naming convention for that is you try to call it with verbs. So as you can see, it's on join. You can also do on start or run quick. So make it like a verb name. And then the first word is all lowercase, and then again every next internal word is with the first letter a capital. So that's how you make a, well, I don't know what happened, something fell, so I'll just take care of that after the video. Sorry for that, guys. So yeah, that's how you like name methods. Next things are variables. Variables are just like things where you store data. If you don't know what variables are, again, go check out the other video in the description. So for variables, there is not really a naming convention on capitals and stuff, but they suggest you to keep it as short but as meaningful as possible. So for example, if you want to store the player name, you could do it like this, player name, or an integer, for example, player level. So just keep it like clear so you know afterwards what you are using, because if you would do like this, yeah, afterwards you're not going to know what it is. It will work, but like it will be hard to see what exactly you are using. So that's why it's very useful to just use like clear short names. So that was what I was trying to explain in this first video. I know it's like 25 minutes long, around 25 minutes long, and we didn't really do much yet, but like now we have everything ready for the first real coding video. So I hope you guys liked this first video. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you know when the next tutorial video is coming out. And if you already have some questions, feel free to say it in the reactions. If you want to just say something else, just react as well. And yeah, see you all in video 2, where we will start on making the basic of a plugin. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you all in the next video.